It is actually slightly over 60K in the last 6 months. I still have my 9 to 5 job actually. For me, this is still my side hustle. I could have never imagined actually to get to this point so quickly.
All right, welcome back to the channel. Max Tornow here. I'm standing here, not sitting, I'm standing here with our client Davide Sanvito, who has cracked quite a lot of money in the last 6 months. You made us think 60,000 euros in the last 6 months. And obviously that's very, very fantastic. You've been basically making consistently 10K a month. And yeah, as somebody who has this person in their mentoring program, I'm obviously also very proud and very happy. So we thought, hey, let's get him on a Zoom call here. Let's have him share a little bit about his story. Also have him share a little bit his experience with our program, and maybe inspire you, dear well-esteemed viewer here as well. Davide, thank you very much for tuning in so shortly before the holidays, which is obviously also nice. You've had an incredible year, very happy about that, especially given the fact that it was 2020 and a lot of people were looking for opportunities, and you've grabbed the opportunity and obviously it paid off for you. You're in Italy right now, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm based in Italy.
Oh, where exactly?
I'm Italian, from Milano.
Oh, Milano, man, I love that city. It's one of my favorite cities. And yeah, so tell us a little bit more. How much have you made exactly in the last 6 months?
Yeah, it is actually slightly over 60K in the last 6 months. So managed to do it quite consistently.
Nice.
Actually, my offering quite kind of helped in that sense. I target actually businesses, which is kind of different from what many are actually doing in your program. So what I do is I help food businesses grow without wasting their money on paid ads. So basically provide marketing services for them, but actually guide them step by step so that they can tap into the digital opportunity. And they're usually it can be food startups or just restaurants and bars. So in these special moments, like this year, the food industry has been hit severely by the virus. Restaurants had to be closed, no possibility to have people inside their own places. So they had to find new opportunities, such as selling food online, food delivery, selling frozen food, or any other idea. So I just helped them doing that.
Beautiful. That's just so amazing, because especially in times like this, you're stepping in and you help businesses survive, and not only survive, but probably also thrive. That's really, really epic. And we're getting much more in these B2B niches. So people who help businesses, we're getting much more in the program lately, which is fantastic, because we do both B2C, so meaning we help our clients build online coaching or online consulting businesses that help other people. But we also do B2B, which means we help our clients build businesses that help other businesses, such as yours. This is often things like social media managing, marketing agencies, copywriting, sales, and so on and so forth. And these niches are very good if you possess the expertise. They're perfect to build your own business from that. And Davide has been crushing it as well. What was your beginning? Like, how did you come to this type of niche? How did you come to us? What did you do before?
Yeah, I had a rough idea. I knew more or less, my expertise. So I worked in the industry myself. So that's what I consider to be my drive, because I was always seeing, good entrepreneurs, or also tasting very good food. And I just found it getting to see those entrepreneurs just failing just because they were following very bad advice and, being fooled by gurus or other, whack agencies and so on. Exactly. So I had a very rough idea, but I didn't really know where to start. And, in the beginning, I was just doing very stupid things, focusing on trying to come up with my brand name, focusing on my website, even before having my first client. So just wasting all my time, all my energy into something completely useless. And then thanks to the program, then when I just joined, then I found out actually what to do, step by step. So first thing first. And then I was then able to move ahead quite quickly, I must say. So it was actually my beginning. So I had more or less an idea. Then you helped me actually shape and make it into a proper USP, a proper offering, and so on, targeting the right businesses, and then moving on from there.
The classics, yeah. How did you get that expertise? Did you have it before? Did you go to some university or something like that?
Yeah, some education from university, but also some work experience. few years in the industry, working in marketing for food brands in general.
Yeah, and you basically took that knowledge, built your own business around it. Fantastic. That's cool. You know, we have another client who's also from Italy, who's had a similar background with nutrition. He has a PhD in nutrition. Does he live in Milano as well, do you know? I can't remember. Maybe you've met him even. Does Andrea live in Milano? I can't remember. But funny, yeah, it's always the Italians who come to us with academic background and say, let's build business around it. Fantastic. Congrats. How exactly are you getting your clients? Because a lot of people, they always ask that, like, do you have a big channel? Do you have a big YouTube, Instagram, or anything like that? I mean, I know the answer, but I want you to say it as well.
I think I'm actually the worst, let's say, student, because I actually barely have, like, my Instagram is still a private account. So it's just totally just manual lead gen in that sense.
Okay. Can we link your Instagram? Can we show it?
Yeah, sure. But it's still, it's still
what
private.
Is it? It's actually, I want to have a look at it.
It's in my name and surname, so davidesanvi.to.
Okay. Let's there he is. 185 followers, private profile. Fantastic. I'll give you a follow. And so you basically said you get your clients via manual lead gen, which means in layman's terms, direct outreach. You don't have to go through the whole process, but what platforms are you using? What are you roughly doing?
Just LinkedIn, or just reach out directly via cold emails, and then I also usually make actually sort of video feedback, and then I send to them.
Yeah.
So then I actually call them out on what they're doing or online already, what's wrong with them. So I'm quite honest and straightforward already, directly straight away. They usually like it. Quite counterintuitive if you think so. Instead of giving them compliments to the business, then I actually say, this is wrong. You can actually do that. It's much better. Just if you do it this way, then you can actually scale much faster, and so on and so forth. So that really helps. And then from there, it's actually mostly networking. So then refer to other businesses and so on. And then I'm also able to upsell a lot, because of course, then I get good results in a short term.
Yeah.
And then we can actually grow the business.
Yeah. That's a huge point that many people misinterpret or underestimate, the fact that when you make a client happy, they refer you, right? It's like we get literally every day at least one referral from someone that is saying, hey, I love your program, like I want my friend to be in there as well. And I've talked about this before, actually on one of the more recent videos, where I said, like, if you have a client-centric approach, you always win. So the more you make your clients win, the more you actually win. So that's also why it's totally easy for me to, and probably for you as well, to still work on the weekends or now holidays coming up, because it's not like, oh, poor me, I got to reply to my clients. It's like, no, I reply to my clients because if my clients are happy, it's good for my business as well. So it's a win-win solution. And I forgot what else I want to say. Oh yeah, the outreach method of sending them videos where you kind of break down their social media or their website. That's a classic. We teach that in our beginner program, and it's again something that is predominantly adapted by B2B niches such as yours, and it's great to see it works so well for you. Since you're in Italy, and I don't know what the situation in Italy is, but you have a lucrative business, you're doing it online. How does your daily life look like? What do you do each day?
That's the thing. For me, this is still my side hustle, as you call it. So I still do it in my spare time.
Nice.
And outside of I still have my 9-to-5 job, actually, because I really want to.
Why don't you quit?
Into a bigger business. So whatever I earn here, then I just want to reinvest it into the business and make it, even bigger. I want to something bigger than just, cracking a few, let's say, 4 figures a month and then just living off that.
It's funny because I said, why don't you quit? Because usually we have clients who want to quit their jobs quite too fast, right? Prematurely. They're like, oh, I'm making some $1,000s a month. Let me go quit my job. We're usually on the conservative side and say, don't quit your job yet. Make sure you're making consistent 3 months in a row more money than at your job, and then you're allowed to quit. But then we have you now who's been making on average 10K a month over the last 6 months. So from my perspective, I just want to tell you that from my perspective, you may quit your job now if for personal reasons or whatever reasons you still want to be in that job. feel free to do so, but you got my stamp of approval to quit your job now if you want. It's great though that you have a nice little side hustle or make 60K in 6 months. That's fantastic.
Yeah, indeed. But it actually helped me to have this this 9 to 5 job, because it makes me become more efficient actually. So before I wasted many hours just doing random things and then just trying, testing, and of course wasting so much time. While now I really know what to do, so I can just dedicate a very few hours to it and then be extremely efficient and getting straight to the results. And then, so that really helps. Just a few hours a day, and then a few weekends at times when I really want to push. But then that's it. I can also have a very balanced life. So I can have my sleep. I don't need to drink coffee, energy drinks, stay up, hustle 24/7. I just need, exactly. I just learned how to be very efficient.
Cool. Yeah. Talking about learning to be very efficient. What was your biggest learning with our Freedom Business Mentoring program?
Yeah, actually, there was no magical pill or no particular epiphany, no big thing for me, but it was actually the constant help and the constant support that I was getting from you. So I remember, coming up with, hey, I actually have this issue. I have no time to fix this. I don't know what to do. And then you were just saying, okay, do that and then report to me next week. So then, exactly, that was so easy. I know what to do and me just execute it, and then magic results. So then
love it.
And so on and so forth. That's actually was this constant thing for me.
I mean, I'm known, if you read some things about me from certain clients, I'm known to be quite harsh sometimes, and I'm more friendly on social media. But if it's really like, and we've only talked in group calls, we haven't even had a one-on-one chat. And the one-on-ones, I'm even harsher actually. But even in the group calls, and it's funny, people really like it when I'm extremely harsh. So I guess I have a certain reputation about that. But yeah, it's always nice for me to hear that you're digging it and that you like the the constant feedback that we get out to our clients. And what was I going to ask you? Exactly. What's your goal now with 2021 being around the corner? Where do you see your business in an ideal end goal scenario?
Yeah, I want to make it into a proper business. So of course, scaling up from 10K a month to ideally 50K and then maybe even more. So that's actually the goal. And then, so obviously I would like to then build a team around it. So then I become the proper, let's say, entrepreneur for the business. So then I can actually manage it from the outside, and then it runs by itself in that sense.
Sounds cool. I mean, that's definitely what our advanced program is geared towards, to kind of remove you from the business and say, you're somebody who works on the business, not in the business. The advanced program is predominantly for people who are making around 10,000 a month consistently. They want to scale up. So from my side, next goal from us for you would be, first off, stay consistent with the 10K a month, get them up to 25K. We could then also start running paid advertising on Facebook. And then we also start, once the ads are kicking in and you're getting consistent people from the ads, because then it's kind of foreseeable. And then we can start delegating the first things to your first one or two key hires. And then there shouldn't be anything in between you and 50K a month. And then obviously, even with something like yours, which is a done-for-you solution, if you work with proper systems, delegation, and also if you work with proper templates in your case, you can even get up to 100,000 a month. If that is what you really want, we sometimes have people who then kind of start slacking at the 50K a month mark because subconsciously they're fine with making 50K. But if you're one of those people that actually says, no, let's go for 100K, we can definitely help you do that with the advanced program. Again, I want to emphasize, this is just a beginner program that you've been through, which is good, which is great, but it only gets you so far. And advanced program would be next step. We can of course discuss that, how exactly that would look like for you, and so on and so forth. Is there anything else you want to mention to the folks out there on YouTube, to anybody watching this, to fellow Italians or somebody else?
No, actually, thank you for the opportunity. Always happy to share good results. And then, because to me was totally, actually, I could have never imagined actually to get to this point almost, let's say, so quickly. So I had no idea when I started. So that's really a huge surprise. I hope that anyone can actually then benefit or then do better than me. Then I challenge anyone. So I can actually recommend it to anyone, like in the 20s, in the 30s, to just embark in this journey. So it teaches a lot on work ethic, on also proper business, and so on and so forth.
Nice. Davide, thanks a lot. Well, how old are you, by the way?
Actually old.
If I may ask. Okay, no, you don't have to tell.
I'm kind of old, actually, 31.
Okay, hey, we're almost the same age. I'm 30. You look, because I'm asking because you look young, you know, you look young and fresh. That's fantastic. That's because you're getting your sleep every night, maybe.
Exactly.
I'm getting white hairs. I have a white hair for each world tour I've been through, and now they're multiplying on my sides left and right. Anyways, Davide, again, congrats from my side. Absolutely well done. Next step, 25K a month. And also, when you're watching this and you say, hey, the story inspires me, I also have a skill in marketing, I could see myself becoming my own boss with that, or maybe you have any other skills that could be translated into an online coaching business, then you can go ahead and book a free consultation call with us. There's a link down in the description below. Link brings you to a page. Read through the page because there's more information for you. If you cannot even read through 10 minutes through the page, then you're probably not qualified for this anyway. At the bottom of the page, there's an application. You fill that out. It takes you 2 minutes to fill that out. And then you can book the exact date and time when you want us to call you. Call will be with a real person, right? Not an automated bot funnel. Call will only be sharing with you implementable steps. There will be no, watered down mainstream BS generalized advice. So if you're serious about building a legitimate online business that could actually last you a long time, if you're sick and tired of all these 20-something-year-olds that want to sell you their drop shipping e-commerce course or some wacky video course, and you actually want to build something that is maybe a little bit more boring, but at least it's something legit and long-lasting, then you can, like I said, go ahead and book your free consultation call with the link in the description down below. So talk to you very, very soon, and bye-bye.